What's up guys, it's Johnny Candido of Candido Training HQ. Today's video is going to be more of an opinionated one, so if you completely disagree, just leave a comment in the comment section below, going off on a rant, but please don't just dislike this video if you do disagree, because my point isn't to just pander to the common opinion here. However, with that being said, what I'll say is, I think when people leave comments saying drug tested isn't the same thing as drug free, it's absolutely pointless, and I think it's also a little bit gutless. So the reason why I think it's pointless is because we all know. I don't think that there's a single person in the USAPL or IPF in all of drug tested powerlifting who honestly thinks that drug testing is 100% foolproof. And it's just an incredibly obvious statement. I mean, it's so obvious that I would say the average person probably doesn't even believe that. You know, everyone knows about the Jose Canseco stuff. Everyone knows that NFL players, MLB players can get away with things. Like, it's really common knowledge, and then within powerlifting specifically, it's extremely common knowledge. It's not even a claim being made that it's entirely drug-free. And then you could say, well, you know, maybe there is a claim being made because in the USAPL, I believe drug-free is part of their motto. However, that's clearly an aspirational statement as opposed to descriptive because they keep increasing funding for out-of-meat drug tests, and they keep trying to test more and more. And of course, there's always a push for more blood tests, but that costs a lot of money. So the point is that if they thought it was entirely drug-free now, why would they put more money into it? It's obviously just something that we all know, that it's got to keep getting better, and it's a matter of probability rather than a matter of this either is 100% accurate or it's not. I'd say it's similar to when in politics someone says, not all X group is Y, or says, well, some exceptions are to this rule, so therefore let's throw it out. And it's just such a simplistic way of thinking because we all know that's true. We all know there are exceptions, and we all know that everything isn't 100% infallible, that we're dealing with probability. And that's all drug tests do, is that they can increase probability that someone might not be on drugs. So you might say, well, that's obvious, you know, you're just arguing a technicality, why even make a video on it? However, that connects to the point about it being gutless. Now this is the real reason, is because it's a passive-aggressive way of accusing someone with no burden of proof. Because like I said, it's obviously true. We all know drug testing is not the same thing as drug-free. I even brought this topic up on Instagram before, and JP Price, who's a 1,000-pound squatter, you know, he told me, he's like, well, of course, since you're a bit more mainstream, you're going to be a little bit cooler in your opinions, whereas the more hardcore guys might not. I think you could ask Alex Kang, you could ask the president of IPF, Gaston Parage, you could probably ask Chance Mitchell. These people are the most pro-IPF people to exist on the planet, probably. And they all know because it's an obvious goal of the Federation to catch more and more people. It's just silly to think that anybody would imagine that it's foolproof. Unless if someone says, I'm drug-free specifically because of this drug test. This shows 100% I am. Otherwise, there's no reason to say it. And what you're actually trying to say is that this person's probably on drugs, but I don't want to make that big of a statement because that requires defending. So in a way, I would actually respect someone more who says, you know what, Ray Williams, honestly, I just think you're on steroids because you're too goddamn strong. You know, put it out there. Put your chest out and just lay it out. And then we can have an argument about how many out-of-meat drug tests this person had, about urinalysis versus blood test, and all of that. And of course, there are tons of details to go over where you could say, okay, someone probably isn't natural, even though they have past tests. So of course, this topic came up in the bench press video I had with Jason Mike, which I'll link in the description below. And at least a good amount of people did also say that, hey, you know, being drug tested, at least it shows that you're less likely to take as much stuff and as close to competition, even if you think someone is cheating. I think that's the best way to think about this, is that it depends on how many tests are going on and on how much it can impact someone without it necessarily 100% meaning we know that they're drug-free. It's just one indicator, but it's not something that you should just brush to the side either. A good comparison on why I believe it's gutless is it'd be similar to if you had a wealthy person visit a school talking about entrepreneurship, and then a kid raises their hand and says, well, you know, not all wealthy people got their money legally. And then just stop there. It's like, yeah, we know. Are you saying he got it illegally? You know, are you trying to say something or are you not trying to say something? So all I really ask is that if you are talking about this and saying, okay, drug testing isn't 100% foolproof, that then just give your details on why you think it's unlikely for this case to be drug-free, or just say your probability on someone being drug-free. Otherwise, it's just a waste of everybody's time. Lastly, to kind of compromise with some of the people who are a little bit more pessimistic, is this is part of why I never say drug-free when talking about someone else who's not myself. I never vouch for anybody else because I don't know them that well. I'm not them. So I just say drug tested, and then you can believe how valid that is, and you can believe the strength of that statement. But I think that is important, because I know some people occasionally will say someone's drug-free because they believe it based on their own strength, when I think you can't vouch for someone else. But again, I don't think anybody says that drug testing specifically is foolproof. Please let me know in the comment section below your opinion on this, as I want to hear from everybody. But that's it. Make sure to like the video, support the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching, guys. Peace! You can't stop me! That's all you got. Come on. What are you looking at? Give me it.